Submission Radio brought to you by Musashi, standing with a very proud coach, trainer, friend, Tito Ortiz, after a huge win, UFC 214 for Cris Cyborg. Tito, tell me, how does this feel? I mean, you're a previous champion, one of the best light heavyweight champions of all time. How does it feel to kind of pass that on to a friend, a student, and a client like Cris Cyborg?
First and foremost, see a woman train as hard as she does and get the respect at the high maximum of UFC as she has done. It's amazing. It's like a big brother feeling proud of a little sister. We put her through hell during training camp of 14 weeks, and she came out victorious tonight. You know, when she was cutting the weight and she started getting little tears in her eyes, and I was like, Cris, we get paid to make weight. We fight for free. And it clicked in her mind. She's like, okay, now I understand now. Then after the weight was made, and then she was able to put the weight back on, she walked away as champion.
And you stayed up with her through that process, by the way, and made sure she was going to make that weight.
Yeah, she was a pound over about 8:30 a.m. I haven't done any type of cardio or anything at all. I'm waiting up for neck surgery myself, and I started running with her in the hallway.
Wow.
And we did some sprints, and we did about 15 minutes of work, and she cut that pound off. And like I said, the hard part is making the weight. She made the weight, and now it's just trying to find an opponent. Who is there out there? And I don't think any girl wants to fight her.
What did you think of the fight, Tito? Seeing the way it played out, how would you grade her performance?
Her performance, I'd give it a B+. She has a lot more to learn, not a lot more to learn, just a lot more confidence to build. And at the same time, it just shows how vicious her striking is and her takedown defense. And when she does get taken down, and Tanya has held girls down and they couldn't even get up. Cris had no problem getting up, just because of the stuff we did in drilling. She put in the hard work, and it paid off. Did
anything surprise you at all about the fight? And were you surprised at all at the way that Tanya sort of had the ability to take Chris's punches in the early goings?
Tanya's a tough girl. Super tough girl. I would love to see her 135 pounds. I think she could win the strap at 135. She's got to put in the work, put in a little extra work. Maybe we move her out to California. It's just one of those things. Her stepping up and taking the fight against Cris, since nobody else would. I give all the kudos to Tanya. She's a true champion. She was the Invicta World Champ, 135 pounds, and she fought the 145-pound UFC now World Champion.
It was a historic moment when Ronda Rousey fought Liz Carmouche. It was kind of like the beginning, of that whole women taking over UFC thing. Right. Do you kind of see this as a moment like that for the UFC, with Cris becoming champion? Do you kind of see her becoming the new person that pulls this division along and kind of has a similar effect that Ronda did when she first became champion?
I really do. It's just, I think Cris is more of a true person, she really doesn't let her head get to her. She's a very calm, collective, and very mellow-mannered person. She's an awesome woman, She does get cocky. She doesn't treat people bad. Cris is a true champion. She's a true people's champion. She goes out of her way to help people, and that's what champions are made of, and that's what Cris is made of.
There's an interesting thing that Cris said during the pre-fight scrum, and that was that she doesn't really have plans to be the face of women's MMA, kind of like Ronda. But do you think in a lot of ways that is kind of her destiny? That is what should become of Cris Cyborg. She does have the skills.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen to Cris Cyborg, 100%. She is going to be the face of women's MMA. She should have been a long time ago. She's going to be now. Ronda was a flash in the pan, and nothing against her. She was a great champ at the time, but when you're getting hand-fed opponents, it is what it is. But Cris is not a person to submit people and give them an opportunity to do it again. She's a person to knock people out. As you heard tonight in the press conference, people comparing her to a Mike Tyson. But now she's a confident person to keep her hips low, and she swings like Mike Tyson. All of her sparring partners, man, they're all men. We don't have any women sparring partners with her, and when they do, it's just a confidence booster for her. And I got to thank all of her coming and working with her. Cris is finally the UFC World Champ.
Wow! And before we wrap up, you're a previous light heavyweight champion. What did you think of the way Jon Jones was able to put DC away?
Amazing. I was very, very, very happy. Jon Jones is very humble, smart. Hopefully learned from his mistakes. He's a human being. Everybody makes mistakes, but he's a true champ. I love Jon Jones, man. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a really, really, really good guy.
I'm interested to see this Brock Lesnar fight next.
Brock Lesnar ain't gonna fight. But if he does, that'd be cool if he did step up and fight Jon Jones. If Jon Jones would pick him apart, that'd be too easy to fight. That'd be about as easy as Mayweather and McGregor.
Wow, well, he's a very happy man.
I was going to say, why do you think that's such an easier fight? We've seen Brock Lesnar take out guys that were much more technically skilled than him and use his size and wrestling. You don't think that'd be a factor in the fight?
speed will always kill power, always. And John Jones has speed and power, as you've seen tonight with the knockout.
And Tito Ortiz has a party to go to. It's going to be a big night for the Punishment family. Tito, again, a big congratulations. A great moment there, a history-making moment. Thank you so much for your time.
Cheers, man. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.